Dit is Dana Barhuis vanuit Living Space 2009. Ik ga een interview hebben met Alexi. Alexi gaat vertellen over Living Space. Wij zullen gaan kijken naar en we zullen luisteren naar Alexi over zijn werk bij Living Space. En hij zal ook uitleggen waarom het is. Hij komt zelf uit Amerika. Where do you come from again? Russia. En we zullen met hem gaan bespreken. En ja, ik ga hem een aantal vragen stellen. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. As I talk about in the interview in Dutch, we're going to talk about with you. Why did you start it, actually Living Space, and where does it come from? And what is your motivation? Start with the motivation, I think it's best.
Sure. I'm interested in ideas of intersection of identity and public space in general, and queer identity in particular. Arts has also been always part of my personal activism and personal interest, so this was almost like a perfect storm of opportunity to be a part of this course as a trainer and as a participant. And the course is a product of several ideas evolving over time, and in other courses and conferences and people meeting and talking about it. And finally, we came together last fall and decided that this should happen, and it should happen in Rotterdam. So.
Okay, and why should it happen in Rotterdam?
Well, Rotterdam is the European Youth Capital this year, which makes it perfect for discussions about kind of identity and future of Europe and youth. And also, Netherlands is doing a lot of very interesting things as far as reclaiming public space for artists and through arts. And Rotterdam is a great example of that, South Rotterdam in particular. And so we wanted to be in a place where this topic would not just be theoretical, but where people actually living and doing things and engaged with the subject every day.
Okay, and with choosing Rotterdam, okay, it's a very beautiful city. Were there also other options to go to, or was
there was no option B, no plan B? We said Rotterdam or bust.
No. Okay. And how did you came together then? Actually, because you have another colleague, Haven, and you have Jeddah.
Yeah.
How did you all come together? Because
you
all come from very
from
different...
all over, yeah. Well, as most of projects that are youth in action projects, it was written as a collaborative project, and it's COC is a partner in it, and Casero, where Jada comes from, are a partner in it, and a lot of other organizations that are represented by participants signed on to it as well, and then. Haven and I came on board as trainers and facilitators a little bit later in the process, and so now we're just all happy to be here.
Okay, and what do you think where it will go from here now? Because this is the first time Living Space is...
This is the first time that this type of course is taking place, and so we think of it as kind of the old metaphor of... that's not quite a metaphor, that's just a gesture of the pebbles in the pond.
The pebbles in the pond and
the ripples, yes. So there's no way of knowing. I think this is, if participants and local, we receive good local feedback, then it's a course that could take place again in other places, other cities around Europe or the world, and also the projects that participants generate individually for their own locations or together collaboratively. Also, it remains to be seen what will happen, but in some ways this training course is a project of other training courses, of other opportunities like this. Yes. So I'm sure that it will have an impact in the future. It just remains to be seen what that is.
Okay, but if there is a follow-up, are you going to be a part of it, or are you going to...
I would love it. Yeah, I would love it. I think it would be, it's definitely something that I'm interested in